Gilgeous Alexander, Chapman for three. He is holding the lead.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Dime Dropper, episode 26 of our 24-minute recaps. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe on all platforms at YouTube at Dime Dropper Podcast. Make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Leave a review if you'd like. Follow on Spotify, and of course, to follow us on all social media platforms at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Dime Dropper Pod. So, in a busy night of basketball here on this Wednesday night, I will only be able to get to two games. I'll talk briefly about the Wizards as well at the end. But the Lakers and the Sixers, a very good game. And then the Warriors and the Wolves, which is about to finish right now. I think it's in the refrigerator. Hence the reason I'm on a little earlier tonight. The rest of the games, the Hawks and the Nets, the Suns. I don't know if I'll get to them because Devin Booker wasn't playing, but maybe I will. And the Celtics, for sure the Celtics and the Nets will be coming tomorrow when we go live after the Warriors-Suns game on TNT tomorrow night. So let's start with the Lakers, who are playing against one of their toughest opponents of the season thus far, and that was the Philadelphia 76ers, who have been in really good form under new coach Glenn Rivers. And I thought it was an interesting start to the game because Ben Simmons really was going at LeBron and scored on him a couple of times to start the game, going right to the basket. And then LeBron retaliated by moving without the basketball, and that's something we also have to acknowledge. LeBron, one of his biggest weaknesses throughout the years was moving without the basketball. He'd be stagnant without the ball, but he's become a much better cutter over the years, and we've seen more of it this season. Whenever Marc Gasol has the ball up top, LeBron knows that his passing ability is second to none. He always makes hard cuts to the basket, and Gasol be finding him on those, and he was finding him a good amount to start the game. However, I think it was a timeout, and after they came back from the timeout, the Sixers started feeding Embiid. And he was getting guys in foul trouble, getting what he wanted. And then when the Lakers had to bring Gasol out, Montrader came in, and he was having a tough time. He was only limited to 15 minutes because, once again, he cannot guard. He had a nice donut, Randy's donut, Krispy Kreme style tonight because he cannot guard Joel Embiid. He cannot beat in the game. So as the game went on, and Danny Green also, I know Laker fans are probably not going to like the fact that he was hitting shots tonight. And Sixers fans could tell me if that's just been a thing this season that Danny Green's been hitting more. I know of late he has been, but that put the Sixers up 34-18. I thought Dennis Schroeder got off to a bad start. He was forcing it a bit. But as the game went on, LeBron started getting really aggressive, going to the basket. And then Anthony Davis slowly started getting into the game himself with some jump hooks, with some running hooks, which made it a somewhat close game at the half. Someone I noticed also who's a very solid, he's got a nice runner game, floater game, is Shake Milton. I've watched, obviously, the Sixers a couple times now. He's got a really nice, in traffic, contested, floater, runner, coming off the pick and roll. But overall, also another thing, why does Vogel wait so long to bring Caruso in the game? He didn't bring him in the whole first quarter, and I thought he was really good. +8 tonight, Caruso. That may have been the highest plus-minus of any Laker. Yeah, it was. So, yeah, I don't know why Caruso doesn't come in earlier. 4 of 7, 10 points, good defense. You know what he's going to give. But anyway, second half started, and the Lakers tightened up the defense a lot. Tightened it up. And Dennis Schroeder in the second half, noticeable difference. He was getting by guys, getting to the rim, and getting easy baskets, which made the game closer. But the end of the third quarter, Sixers kind of put the lead up a little bit. However, it was really the fourth quarter in which, the beginning of it at least, the Sixers just got out and got some open threes, or not open threes actually, just got some semi-contested threes, and Ben Simmons was being aggressive, and Joel Embiid was being aggressive getting to the line, and somebody who I thought was better today was Tobias Harris. Actually, Tobias has been pretty good this season when I've watched him. And you know what we say about Tobias? Actually, maybe you don't because we haven't had many. Oh, actually, you do. Go back to the Glorified Summer League podcast episodes. But Tobias' biggest enemy is himself. He can get a bucket on so many guys in the league because he's a shot maker. He's not a flashy, handle, create space guy. Or should I say he's a create space with just his, just his movement. He's not a shifty guy that's going to make a ankle breaker and create that type of space. He just needs a little bit of room, and that's all he needs. And that's all he needed at the end of the game. The Sixers had it wrapped up. I thought he really tailed off in the second half, like really tailed off. And he had 14 points at halftime, and he only finished with 23. So he only, 9 points in the second half. And even though LeBron played well and he tried, I thought that he was not great in the fourth quarter, especially with the fact that him and Anthony Davis missed free throws in the fourth quarter. The Lakers missed at least, I know for a fact, minimum 5 free throws in the fourth. That was disappointing, especially Anthony Davis, who's 5 of 10 from the line in this game, and he's only shooting 74% from the line, which is a career low. That's just not great. And KCP, I thought this was the quietest game I'd ever seen from him, even though he hit a big three late in the game. When the Lakers, it was Caruso that made the first three, and then it was, if I'm not mistaken, who made the three before after Caruso? I think it may have been LeBron. I may be mistaken. Maybe it was Wes or Gasol, but oh no, it was Schroeder. It was Caruso, then Schroeder, then KCP. Made it a close game, and it was a really nice play drawn up by Vogel to get Anthony Davis that layup. We've seen that so many times over the last 2 years with AD coming off the screen, going to the basket. But ultimately, one last play, it was almost a colossal choke job by Glenn Rivers' Sixers. We've become accustomed to that, watching Glenn Rivers' teams over the years. But it was a big-time shot by Tobias Harris, going left, stopping on a dime, pulling over Caruso, who I thought he did an okay job defending. I think he tried. He got a little bodied there. I mean, that's a big man, Tobias Harris. Should the Lakers have switched? Let me know in the comments below. Ultimately, this wasn't really the Lakers' game to win. They were pretty outplayed and down for a lot of the game. And the Sixers are a good team this year. And Joel Embiid is a problem for anybody when he's playing like that. And Ben Simmons, very aggressive. I really liked his aggression tonight, Ben. He had a triple-double in the game. 17 points, 11 boards, 10 assists, 8 of 15. Tobias Harris, 24 points, 10 of 16, 2 of 4 from 3. Thought he was fantastic. Joel Embiid, 28 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, 8 of 18. I also want to say I think Anthony Davis's defense has been a little lacking at times as well. He's gotten scored on more, I'll say it again, than I've seen all of last year. Embiid was scoring on him. There's guys like Ben Simmons was going at his body and then offensive rebounding over him and scoring. I don't know what's happening with AD. I don't know if he's just saving all his stuff for the playoffs. But right now, LeBron's really carrying his ass on a lot of nights. Anyway, that's it for the Lakers. They lost their first road game of the season. If you're not a Laker fan, give me a ha, ha, ha in the comments because Laker fans love to laugh at everybody else when they win. So give me a nice ha, ha, ha in the comments for the Lakers who lose their first road game of the season. By the way, I see the chat is not nearly as packed tonight for obvious reason. Maybe because I advertised that I was going to go live after the Warriors game and some people are missing that. Or because the Lakers lost and you vaginas don't want to get in my live because you're just scared of the smoke. Anyway, let's move on to this game that's about to finish right now. The Timberwolves and the Warriors. And the Warriors, Steph Curry had a slow first quarter shooting the ball. I think he was 0 for 7 in the first quarter. But this Wolves team is garbage without D'Lo and Cat. So that leaves the Warriors an opportunity to, not have to play too great and still win the game. I thought the second unit, Wiseman, was fantastic, being very active. I thought Draymond is doing a good job of coming off screens, finding guys, pushing the pace, getting guys in transition as well. I thought Wiggins and Oubre both done a good job in this game of taking it to the basket, especially Kelly Oubre, who, again, for the second night in a row, it seems like the same story. He takes it to the basket, and then he starts hitting threes. Listen to this line from Kelly Oubre tonight, guys. 7 of 8 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, and 4 of 4 from the line. Kelly has 20 points, which is tied with Wiseman, who has 20 points on 8 of 13 off the bench to lead the Warriors in the scoring department. So 2 nights in a row for Kelly Oubre to have those kind of nights offensively, that is just fantastic. And you know what he's going to give defensively. And then you got a guy like, as Andrew Wiggins scores again just now, you got a guy like Draymond who's plus 30 right now. 6 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists. Draymond, 2 good games in a row, even though these are games against terrible teams, but you got to get this done. And I was going to give Anthony Edwards a compliment tonight because he looked like he was playing well in the beginning, but this Wolves team It's all meaningless to me. Like, they are just a disaster right now. To Anthony Edwards, 25 points right now, 9 of 19. But here's the thing. Again, with Curry, even when he's not hitting, he's only got 16 points right now, 6 of 17. The attention that he garners that opens it up for everybody, whether he's getting blitzed on pick and rolls, whether they're letting him turn the corner and then bringing help defenders to force guys to shoot open threes, he finds them. And when they're making shots like guys like Damian Lee was tonight, 5 of 6 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3, 17 points, and some solid defense for Damian Lee. It's going to be a good night in Warrior Land. 119-104 is the score right now with 2.5 to go in the game. Curry has just checked out of the game. He's going to end his night with 16 points, 6 of 17, 4 of 11. Not a great night, but once again, it doesn't matter because what's the most important thing about the sport of basketball? Winning the game. And Stephen Curry has contributed positively into that aspect tonight, as he always does. If he wasn't playing, they probably wouldn't win. That's it for tonight's episode. Much shorter. I said I was going to be shorter tonight because we have more games to watch. It's tough on these nights when you have so many games and I can only watch a certain amount and then watch the others later. So I will come with more content tomorrow. Tomorrow we will hit the 24-minute threshold. It'll be a half, split in half tonight, 12 minutes. Now we will go for a little bit to the live YouTube subscribers waiting patiently. Super Chat's turned on if you want to drop $1 or a dime for your boy. Thank you. Let me know what you thought. Peace. Thanks, guys. Look at the little amount of people in here tonight, guys. 29 guys. Nobody wants to, Laker fans. Only a couple Laker fans want to come. But I'm not a casual. I know my Laker history, and I've seen Kobe play myself in person. Yes. T-Money, I got to watch your game later, man. That's a good sign, though. Hawks still giving you some trouble, huh? I feel you with THT. West was okay tonight, though. Coach bias. My thoughts on Beal. Oh, yeah, thanks for reminding me. Beal, he made his bed. He's laying in it now. He wanted to re-sign. He wasn't playing defense to start the season. Now he's turned it up, and now it's too late because his season's gone to trash because Westbrook has been terrible. And the rest of the team is just not good, well-constructed, and the coach hasn't been good. But I don't feel bad for Beal because he made his bed. He wanted to stay, and the franchise was going nowhere. So I don't feel bad for him at all. I like Beal, but I don't feel bad for him. Relax, Simon. We're not losing to the Warriors, fam. And we're not losing to the Nuggets anymore. We're not losing without a bubble with Jamal Murray. I don't know about saying he deserves to suffer, but I'm not feeling sorry for him. Let's put it that way. I agree with you, Gab's story. Lakers didn't deserve to win. Yeah, I feel you, T-Money. It's a process. All that matters. Hey, here's the thing, though. If games are close, that's an advantage of you because you have 3 guys and close out the game. So I would take that. Simon, you want to make a bet on that? That we're not going to lose to the Nuggets? I guarantee we won't lose to them because Jamal Murray and Jeremy Grant, that's the big difference. Dime. The Lakers and Clippers play tomorrow at the same time. You'll obviously watch the Clippers, but I'm wondering if you'll watch the Lakers game after and give a recap on the next day. How generous of you to ask, Andrew. Yes, I will. And just because I was planning on possibly not, but just because you asked so kindly, I'm going to do it. By the way, guys, I'm going to have dinner with my folks in a sec, so I'm going to get off a little earlier than tonight. But throw in some final questions, guys. What's up with you Laker fans? No views I think it's maybe because I said I was going to go live after the Warriors game and I went early. But whenever the Lakers lose, you guys don't hop in. We need to bully AD so he can stop sucking. Dude, but Moises, we don't have Kawhi, Paul George, or Beverly tomorrow. No, they're not. Simon, put your money where your mouth is, buddy. Montrez was great tonight. Was that a sarcastic comment? I don't get off early every stream. I was supposed to, guys, I said in my preview when I announced this shit, I was not going to go over 33 minutes on any night. And I've been doing that for you guys to answer your questions. Thanks, Gab Story. AD playing like a puss. Yeah, the Jazz are the one I'm worried about. I talked about that in the last couple episodes. AD is making me look so stupid too. I told him I said championship confidence, Anthony Davis. He's going to be the biggest problem this season for guys. And he's looking like championship hangover Anthony Davis. Facts, Andrew. I had the same amount of points as Montrezl Harrell tonight in a basketball game. That makes me feel really good. 1 hour stream? You guys really want to listen to me talk for 1 hour? That's very nice, especially for somebody as well versed in history as you, Gab Story. Yes, Luke Kennard will show up tomorrow. The Jazz had a bad matchup with the Rockets. 1 hour, really. I'm releasing my episode about Kobe's losses in the finals on February 8th. And then on the 24th of February, I'll be releasing the triumphant back-to-back titles podcast with one of my special guest Laker fan friends, a new addition to the Rogues Gallery. I'm excited for you guys to meet him. By the way, if you guys have listened to any of my episodes with a guest, drop your favorite guest that I've had so far on. And if you haven't watched any episodes with my guests, say that, and then I'll tell you which ones to watch. Will to Giannis? Get out of here. I've never heard that comparison. That's a joke. Wilt Chamberlain? Wilt Chamberlain could actually get turnaround jumpers over his right shoulder consistently. Right? That's the goal, Simon. Yeah, the Jazz are scaring me. Yes, XMM. Hit it right on the head. What special stream? An hour stream or what? KCP is our best shooter. Him shooting only 3 shots is inexcusable. Hey, but isn't it? He's a catch and shoot guy. He feeds off LeBron and AD. Isn't that their job to get him involved, Rohan? Simon, and you know what's funny about your statement? One of them plays for the Clippers. So, cool story, bro. Like, Kawhi has done more than our franchise. Cool story. You know what it's like to have a crook slumlord owner for 26, 30 years? You know what that's like? Lakers fans, stay watching. When is the 1v1 footage going to leak? What 1v1 footage? Can Jokic play quarterback? 1 hour stream to end 2021? No, 1 hour stream. I don't know about 1 hour stream, guys. Who's watching that? You guys are all watching that? Um, 1v1 footage? I don't know about that 1v1 footage. Maybe. I haven't played 1v1 in a while. There's no hoops. I can play if you want me to play my 8.5 foot hoop outside with my friend, I can do that for you. We just see a little bit of basketball chops. What's wrong with a Laker fan watching Dime? He's not biased like most commentators. Nothing is. Oh, stream while watching games live. That's a good idea. I could do that. Hey, yo, I'm loyal, so you know I will. I fuck with you, Maniac Lane. All right, guys. I think that's the end of the night. I'm not that tall. All right, that's the answer to your question. Peace, guys. Drop a lot. If you got a last second question, drop one right now. Don't leave us. Relax. Guys, here's the thing. I never leave. My channel is there, and there's almost 100 videos of me now. So I will never leave. My voice and my videos are always available to you guys now. So I will always be there for you if you need it. All right, guys. Good night. Clippers back tomorrow. Let's see how it goes. Wilt or Russell? No, Wilt's teams were stacked too. Guys, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. I explained this. Wilt's teams were stacked, and people just don't understand who the players were. Bill Russell matches, although there are a few. Bill Russell. Yeah, I got you, Mung Yu Chu. I got you. But I'm going to make them about basketball history, probably not current. Swap AD to Clips, and oh my God, bro. Of course we would win. Kawhi Leonard and Anthony Davis? Oh my, you do not want. You're lucky that's not a thing on defense. My God. Anyway, that's it for me tonight, guys. Peace. What time do you need? I normally start my lives immediately following the latest game of the night, which is Warriors, Clippers, or Lakers on most nights. That's when I start my live. Tonight I went a little early just because I thought that the Warriors game was a blowout, and my parents were bitching at me to eat dinner. Anyway, all right, guys. Peace. Not as good as Bills, but that's not the excuse to me. Wilt cared more about his stats than winning. Anyway, peace out. All right.